What's up guys, David Wanted 797 here. I want to talk about why I think virtual reality sucks. The main thing I want to talk about is virtual reality as it stands today. So we've seen a lot of VR headsets come out in the last few years. Ones that adapt to mobile phones. We've got the PlayStation VR, we've got the HTC Vive, and we've got the Oculus Rift. I've used a few of these headsets. I have not used the PlayStation one, and there's an Oculus. I used a very old version of Oculus many years ago. When I used Oculus, it was during a expo thing. They had this display of an Oculus from when it first came out, and it was just a typical roller coaster sort of ride. I tried it on. It was very pixelated, very rudimentary, but it was pretty cool to be able to use some VR goggles. Since then, we've come a long way, so it has gotten better. Using the Samsung Gear VR is better than what that original Oculus was. But at the same time, it's still not crystal clear. You can see the pixels in the screen once you put those goggles on. I have used the HTC Vive, however. A friend of mine has that, and I've used that in a driving scenario with a steering wheel and a shifter, which is pretty cool. Probably the best driving experience for gaming. But at the same time, it was still blurry, and I actually sort of struggled to get the depth to line up with my eyes. So I found I had to sit the goggles a little bit higher on my eyes in order for them to be clear. This also happened on the Google Pixel. You don't sit them snug against your nose. You have to sort of sit them a little bit higher almost to get the clearest point of the screen to be right in front of your face. Using the HTC Vive, which is probably the best one, I guess, one of the better ones out there, quite expensive. I found it was very good in terms of it. Yes, it was very responsive, very good, but there was still. It was not HD. It didn't seem HD. It was still, there were blurry, out of focus sections. There was still some. It was still very. I liked that it completely encased my face. I did not have any gaps. The main thing was the clarity. Right now we're at a point where it's sort of being pushed in, but it's not getting any grips. No one's really picking up. People have tried it, but they're not really taking it, run with it. It hasn't sort of had that massive. It's sort of teetered at this adopter phase, and it hasn't hit the masses yet, and I don't think it actually will until it actually gets really good. But I think it's probably going to be overtaken by AR or augmented reality. Now I think AR's got huge potential. It's some of the key limiting factors of VR are that you can't tell where you are in the room. You trip over things, you fall over, walk into walls, which can be funny for other people. AR has that potential of it uses the space around you while providing some digital interface in front of you. I guess we think of VR, it sort of puts us in a virtual world where, you know, you think of like a chat room or something. You're going to be put in a room with all these avatars, and it's a little bit weird. You know, a business probably wouldn't use that. Where, think about AR, where you might be able to call someone sitting in an office, and in the chair across from you, you can see a digital representation of the person you're having a meeting with. I think a business would actually go with that as opposed to avatars sitting in a room and everyone's just sitting there with goggles on their head. Or even just on the table, a projection of the person you're meant to be talking to, sort of like in a Star Wars fashion. That's going to actually be really cool and really useful to, I guess, have a conference and see the person you're talking to, as well as talk about ideas. Now, that's also really cool in a gaming perspective, because we're going to be able to augment, I guess, you're going to be able to play a game as we do today, but use any wall as your TV without having to you just put the glasses on and suddenly that wall displays the game for you. Surfaces like a desk can be used as with building blocks and things like that. And you're not being removed from the environment you're in, so you're not worrying about having to trip over things. There's a bit more depth perception still with the 3D environment you're in, that you can reach out and you can touch the desk, where in a virtual reality, you reach out, you can touch a desk, but there is really no desk actually there. So I think VR really, it's come a long way. I don't think it's actually going to really go anywhere further than what it has. It's obviously going to get better and better and better, and it's going to be really cool for a gaming experience, but I think that's really where it's going to stop. It's going to be a great thing for simulations, car racing games, even shooting games, but that still doesn't work out the walking area. There are obviously huge systems where you can walk in a ball, but that's obviously not practical in your house, where I think AR is going to have a huge impact once it picks up. Once we're able to incorporate AR into like a set of sunglasses, that's going to be where things really start to change. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, subscribe for more, and leave a comment in the comment section about what you think. AR or VR, how do you think it's going to go? See you.